A hot holiday weekend supposed to be full of fun has left two Madison men full of concern.
A weekend burglary took away their sense of security and much more. News 3's David Douglas has more on the crime and the neighborhood where it happened. David.
Andy, one of them, an all-star athlete whose face, name, and number you're sure to recognize. Collectively, the gentlemen say they're now out close to $40,000 in possessions.
Came pulling up, and as I come pulling up, I just see a bunch of glass right by the garage door, and I was like, there's no way we just got broken into.
It was hardly the homecoming Charles Slaughter was expecting.
Like 4 or 5 bottles of liquor were taken.
But he came home yesterday morning to less than he'd had before he left.
We had a Wii there and an Xbox. They had unplugged the wires for the TV. We're assuming they were going to come back for the TV.
And that's not all. Perhaps you've heard of Slaughter's roommate, former Wisconsin running back Ron Dayne, now missing personal possessions that can't be replaced.
Ron's bracelet that he got for the Heisman, that's definitely a one of a kind.
The men's neighbors on Owl Creek Drive on Madison's east side near McFarland aren't surprised.
Neighborhood has gone from a well-kept neighborhood to a deteriorating neighborhood.
The community was built 5 years ago, where piles of dirt linger as broken promises of what was to have come.
That has been that way since the day we moved in, thinking it was going to get finished.
Police regularly get calls to the street.
Some of them can definitely be called routine,
but say the volume has dropped significantly from 2 years ago.
There's a few addresses on the street that the officers in that area, which would be in the East District, are very familiar with, and when they get sent, they typically know what they're going to be dealing with.
They proceeded upstairs.
Slaughter is hoping they get a call to solve his case, along with a solution for a neighborhood that shattered his sense of security.
Just coming in the house and seeing your house completely ransacked is definitely something that is hard to deal with.
Police are investigating the crime, and we're told the city is very aware of the neighborhood and trying to make improvements. Alder Judy Compton tells me sufficient tenant screening has been part of the problem, and the city is actually going to be holding a workshop in July to teach landlords more effective practices of doing just that. While they do understand many residents aren't happy with the situation, they do emphasize to us that from their point of view, things are much better than they were just a couple of years ago. There was a 2-month period with close to 80 police calls in that period. They say things are way down from that.
News 3's David Douglas. David, thank you very much.